Radical.
A lot of you might be noticing, if you've been looking at prices for the PlayStation 5, a lot of different retailers have this thing for under $500. Both I think I saw a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 bundle for $450, and then I see that the PlayStation 5 Slim model, the new one that recently came out with Spider-Man 2, is $450, and the discless version, the one that sucks that you don't want, because, I mean, what's the whole point? You're paying a little less to get, you don't have a disc drive? Some of you all digital freaks might want it, but that is $400. You might be noticing that the prices are steadily getting lower. There's a reason for that. There were some leaked documents from Sony itself detailing the roadmap for the rest of the year. And one thing they're going to do is actually slowly reduce the price of the PlayStation 5 regular vanilla systems to make room for the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, you know what's coming, right? If you haven't been living under a rock, you know that the PlayStation 5 Pro is coming. You just didn't know when. You just didn't know how much. But now I can tell you how much it's going to be, and around the time it's going to be dropping. Okay? I'm getting these out of the way real quick. Early November is going to be releasing, and it's going to be releasing for $599.99. And I might seem a little high, but you remember the PlayStation 3, actually, the best version you could get of that was $599.99. I was thinking it might be like $700, considering everything I've read about it, the tech in it, because they're not slouching. It's actually going to be significantly, maybe not on the CPU end, but when it comes to graphical fidelity, it's going to be a fair boost over the regular PlayStation. Now, maybe they didn't want this released for whatever reason right now. Maybe they want to wait till a little bit later on in the summer to actually reveal that it's coming out, in the late fall, I guess we say late fall, fourth quarter of this year, because surprisingly, they still have a lot of PlayStation 5s. The sales have not been amazing. So I think what they're trying to do is kind of stay low key on it the most they can, because they want to reduce and discount regular PlayStation 5s to move them out of the way. Because, I think a lot of people at that price point are going to want the PlayStation 5 Pro, especially the fact that there's a little game around the corner called GTA 6 that is not going to be releasing initially on PC, and a lot of people are going to want the best graphics on that game. Now, when it comes to the pricing of the PlayStation 4, the details of the leak did not go into how low the pricing is going to go on the PlayStation 5. I would be a little shocked if you have a disc version that's $299.99, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. We see a discless version, really the dickless version, you might call it, that's around $300, and then possibly straight $400, or hell, even, I wouldn't say even $350, but maybe $400 for the regular PlayStation, and that would make sense. You get the regular PlayStation with the disc version for $400, or you get the PlayStation 5 Pro for $600. In the details also, I forgot to mention, there's going to be a digital version, an all-digital version of the PlayStation 5 Pro for, take a guess, $100 less in $500. So on the positive, that's a lot of options for people to have, to get into the PlayStation 5 ecosystem. One other thing I want to add to this is, apparently there's going to be a criteria to get the PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced label on your games if you're a developer. But it's kind of lax. It is. It's not that you have to hit a certain frame rate or be 4K 60 frames a second on every single thing. No. But I think you have to be one or the other. Your game either has to hit 4K on the system and 30 frames a second, or 60 frames a second and 720p. I don't know. But it's one or the other, I believe, is what the developer is going to actually have to target, which is not going to be that difficult considering the tech that's going into the PlayStation 5 Pro. I didn't detail a lot of that tech. My apologies. I just don't have the time to go into all the technical stuff in it. You could probably look that up online. There's a lot of people talking about that also. There's dev kits out there and whatnot. Now, upon seeing these leaks, Microsoft and Phil Spencer had a little fun at the expense of Sony, basically tweeting, well, just wait till you see the Xbox Series XX. Because they're going to have two levels, right? Not only are they going to have the Series XX, but in 2 or 3 more years, near the end of this generation, they're going to have the Triple X. Hell, next generation, you know what? I think every year there's going to be a new Pro system every year. There's going to be a PlayStation 6, PlayStation 6 Pro, then the PlayStation 6 Pro Ultra, then the PlayStation 6 Pro Super Ultra, then the PlayStation, and so forth and so on.